Everybody, I am so glad that I have this time to spend with you. I want to talk to you a minute about what it means to use neuroencoding to move you further faster. So I am a neuroencoding specialist with the Neuroencoding Institute. I've been working with the mind and how the mind operates for about 7 years now. But as I got into this, the more and more I studied it, the more and more I realized how valuable this is for you. And so now I'm doing things that's helping me move forward. I know many times I've been stuck. You've been stuck, right? It's like Russell, I get stuck here and I get stuck there, and a lot of times it's because we can't see the next step, and we don't take the time to close your eyes, right? Now listen to me when I say close my eyes and take a look at it in my imagination very clearly, so that I then can move to that next step. So my question for you right now is: take a look at where you're at and where do you want to move to? And as you think about where you want to move to, I want you to realize that it is absolutely possible for you to move there. And I'm not talking physical moving. It may be something in your life that you want to do. Maybe there's something in your life that you want to do emotionally, something you want to do physically, something you want to do financially. I mean, whatever it is that you want to move to, do you know what it is? If you close your eyes, could you see it very clearly? Can you see it? That's the first step. Can you see absolutely what you want? Because I remember whenever I went in the military at the young age of 17, I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted two things. I wanted to go to Germany. So I want to visit a foreign country. And I wanted a specific schooling. I wanted schooling on how to operate and repair heavy equipment. And so I got both of them. I didn't get both of them. I got the one. I got the schooling because they said, well, you can only have one or the other, because we went in for 2 years. Me and my buddy, we went in for 2 years, and we wasn't going to go any further. We was going to finish those 2 years, and then we was going to get out. And what happened was we both got separated there, and they said, well, you can't go to Germany and have the school. You either get to school or you go to Germany. So, well, I'll just had to put off going to Germany, but I got to have the school. I got to have the school. So I went to school, and I tell you what, I was not a very good student in high school. And whenever I got into this, and of course we did a lot of paperwork, but then we went out there, worked on stuff. We put our hands into it. I found, whenever I put my hands on it, when I put my hands in it, I really was in my world. It's like, oh my gosh, why didn't somebody show me this earlier? Math, how does it work? What are some things? Man, if I had taken something like physics and then we did some real stuff, it's, take that pencil, that pencil and drop it and say, okay, this is how fast did it fall? Just crazy stuff like that. But the thing about it is, that kind of stuff interests me. And so as I was doing this, and I did really good in the school that I went to, and they said, my gosh, you did so good, we want to send you to the next school. I said, yes, send me to the next school, because usually you go out to the whatever job you're going to be doing. So they sent me to the next higher school. And man, again, I flourished there. Man, I learned so much about heavy equipment and how to operate and do those things. And so then they sent me to my work point, where I was going to go to work at. I was stationed out in Fort Belvoir, Virginia, and they sent me to Texas. And I said, oh my gosh, this is a long ways from here. And so I got my little car, actually it wasn't a little car, Buick, and drove out to Texas and got there, and next thing I knew, there wasn't any job for me there. They did not have any heavy equipment. Matter of fact, when I first got there, they had me working in supplies. Like, this is kind of boring. The only thing they had, they did have an engineering unit, but the only thing they had was generators. And so I started working in generators. But I did learn a lot about, turning nuts and bolts, and we did a lot of electrical work whenever I was in there, because generators require a lot of electrical. And so here I am, OJT in a job I don't even know nothing about. And so I'm working in there, and I'm learning it. I thought, I like this. So I thought, well, I'll just go back to school and for this again, do this again. And so they said, well, you have to re-enlist to go back again. And I said, well, okay. So I re-enlisted, and I went back to school, and I did really good in school. And they said, oh, you've done so good, let's send you to the next school. So I got 2 schools back to back again, because I did a good job. Now, the great thing is, I did go to a unit that had generators the next time. And I went to Germany. From there, I went to Germany. So I got to go to Germany. But the thing about it is, a lot of times if you know what you want and you really are set on it, I mean, I was really set on going to Germany, and I enjoyed it in Germany. I had a great time. Oh my gosh, the food there is so good. And back then I drank a lot of beer, and maybe not, yeah, quite a bit of beer. And, yeah, the German beer is really good. But the thing about it was, I was in a unit that had, now I was in a unit that had generators and heavy equipment. So here I am kind of working in a world where both areas that I'm in are very useful to me. And so, but what I've learned is, even though whenever I, let's take a look back, whenever I learned how to work on heavy equipment, I did learn how to do a lot of other stuff. And so I was able to work on generators. It was a little scary at first, but anytime you're moving into something new, I want you to take a look at what have you done in your past that may be similar, and use that information to help you build your confidence. You can build greater confidence by stopping and saying, okay, I've done this before. I've done that before. As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to do a job right now, and somebody says, have you ever done anything like this before? I says, nope, but I've done a lot of things similar, and I'm not afraid of it. And so are you afraid of something that comes new to you? Here you get something, oh my gosh, I've never done this before. Have you done something similar? If you were to take a look at your past, what is it that you've done that's going to help you to move into that? And see, so many times we forget to do that, because that helps build our confidence. If we can go into something with confidence, then we are able to do it so much better. That wasn't very good English. We can do that a whole lot better. There you go. And so whenever you're getting ready to move into something new, and this is what I want you to do. I want you to stop. I want you to slow down. I want you to see what it is that's in your future. I want you to say what it is you're going to accomplish. Just the generators, for instance. Okay, I get there and there are no heavy equipment. I say, okay, close my eyes and think about, okay, I learned all this stuff about how heavy equipment works. I also learned a lot of electrical, how to troubleshoot. I learned how to use multimeters and all the things I need in order to be able to be a generator mechanic. So yeah, I can do this. I can do this. Now, I didn't say those things to myself back then. Nobody had taught me that. But I did have the confidence in moving forward in what I was doing. And so basically, whenever we do that little thing there, we see it, we say it, and then we move forward on it. I could have said, well, I'm not sure I can do this, and then I could just stood back and watched. And then after you see it, say it, and move toward it, praise yourself. Say, yes, I was able to do that. Yes, I am a generator mechanic. Whatever it is that you need to move into. Because praise, right, there's two things that you need to realize about praise. Praise is something that helps us to move further in our lives, because our body likes praise. When we praise ourselves for it, it helps us to move forward. And so as you're thinking about, well, what is it I need to do? Where am I going with this? What is it that's going to really get me excited? Take a look at those things you've done in your past in order to help you move into that future. So you need to close your eyes. You need to see it, right? What is it? Can I see it absolutely what I want it to be? Do I have that vision? Can I say it out loud and say, yes, I want to move into this new job, and this new job I'm going to be able to be the best at it because I already know how to turn wrenches. I already know how to look up equipment. I mean, whatever it is that you may be doing, I already know how the basics of accounting. I already know how to sell. Whatever it is you're going into, think about what you have now and then say it. And then start moving it. Just get in there and do it. And write it down. Write it out. Write out what it is that you want. And then whenever you do it, every time you do just a little bit, praise yourself for it. Say, yes, I am moving forward. I am getting what I want out of this. And that's what it takes for you to move into where you're going. You see, those four things are just so valuable. Now, on June the 7th or June the 6th, with our Life Transform group, we're going to be talking about what it means in order for you to take care of your health. We have a health summit. And in order for you to do the things I just talked about, you need to have a healthy brain and a healthy body. And you're going to learn that in this health summit. And those are some really great things. We've got 5 different people. We'll always have 4 for sure, but we've got a 5th one that comes in every now and then. But we got 5 people that talk about health from a different aspect of it. And believe me, you're going to learn something about it. Each segment's about 15 minutes long. And so join us on June the 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 Central. But today you learned about some things about what you need to do to move into your future. Where are you moving to? And what are you doing to move there? Because I believe in you. And if you believe in yourself, you can move there. So, I'm for you. Are you for you? Now there's two of us. If you, as you move into it and you have other people come along, there'll be 3, 4, 5, and you'll build your confidence. And that's what it's all about. Building that confidence one step at a time so that you move to where you want to be.